I think I saw the picture when I went to the Bethlehem and they had an exhibition on and they used that as a display. It's a very plain, colourless picture of a child, little girl. She's got her arms, by the looks of it, behind her back, and she's wearing very plain clothes like a shift dress. You can't see her neck, you can't see her limbs, you can see her face, which is grey, drawn, really sad and tired, sunken eyes. You can't see her eyes, you can see her mouth, which just looks really pained, and she's just the saddest person I think I've ever seen. So I'd had this picture, and when I came for the first assessment, I brought it with me because I couldn't explain anything. I couldn't put things into words, so I sort of wanted to put it on the table and say, right, that's it, and I wanted to have something tangible as well. I think I wanted people to believe me. I didn't understand myself really. All I knew was that I'd been trying so hard for so long to keep everything going, and I was getting to a stage where I just couldn't do it anymore. All the things I'd ever done, all the tactics I had employed, nothing worked, and she just embodied just the pain and the giving up, I suppose. She looks like she'd just given up. So I could see the pain in her face, and I knew the pain she was feeling, which is what I was feeling. But I didn't quite get that she was part of me, and I think that goes back to not being able to look at myself both as a child and as an adult, and all the things that had happened to me, that I was too scared to look at them. So I couldn't do it. Or even look at myself in the mirror. I found that really, really hard to do. I just didn't want to look. It was just so horrible. It really sounds daft, doesn't it? That I could identify so strongly with it, but not feel a part of it. Perhaps that's what it was. I didn't feel part of her, or her part of me. I realise it's because I never had it as a child. And I just think, well, goodness, well, no wonder. If there's nothing there, there was nothing there. From a child, all my life, I'd never identified myself or understood the feeling or labelled the feeling. None of that. I'd never done any of it. I thought I always had. I always thought that I was sort of an emotional person, but not looking at myself really. Before I started, I didn't even realise that was what it all was. I was just blundering around in life and into all these relationships. I think that was the other thing with this. I've realised that it was about her getting a voice, because she never had a voice, and she's got a voice now, and I'm actually really proud of her, and I've really missed not seeing her. The thing is, now I can go back and I can touch her now, and I can look at it now. It's not that it's not painful, because it is. I can't change it, but I can look at it now and I can touch it now, and that's the really big difference now. And I think that has helped me so much. And it is a pen drawing of a filing cabinet. On the top you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have 5 girls sitting on the top. But the girls they look a bit like, if I say Looby Loo, it's probably showing my age actually, but they've got sort of ragdolly-like. So they've got quite long legs, they've got long arms, little triangles for a skirt, long hair, and each one of them is one of the girls from the group. And I hadn't been feeling very well round about that time. I'd been feeling quite sort of helpless and a bit not in control, I think. Anyway, I had a situation where I'd moved jobs, and I had a new boss who's quite, actually she's very nice but quite authoritarian. And there was a problem at work, and cut a long story short, but she shouted at me in front of some other people about something, which, as it turned out, it wasn't anything to do with me, and I hadn't done anything wrong. And I was extremely upset because I'd wanted to say something to her about it, but I didn't know what to say or how to say it. So I'd left it a couple of weeks, and feeling more disorientated and thinking, I just can't cope with this. Anyway, she came to see me a couple of weeks later, and just full of joys of spring, and said, oh, hello, how are you? I know we've had a bit of a difficult time, but we've sorted the issues out, and are you okay? And it was at that point I thought, right, I've got a choice here. I can either say yes or no. And that split second, as daft as this sounds, I had a filing cabinet next to my desk, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw the girls sitting on, I mean, it was literally like that, a flash, and they were all sitting on the filing cabinet with their Looby-Loo long legs and Looby-Loo long hair, all smiling at me, saying, go on, you can do it. And I thought, right, I'm going to do it. So I said, actually, no, I'm not all right. And I had the conversation with her. She was really taken aback, and she said, well, why haven't you approached me before? And I thought, right, well, this is the big one. So I said, I'm really sorry, but I don't find you very approachable. And it gave me such a boost, because I have never, ever, ever done anything like that before. And if I can go back one step, because previously I can't remember how much before it was, but something happened in the group and had said something to me, and I thought about it all week, and then I went back the following week and asked her about it, and we didn't have an argument, and she didn't dismiss me, and it was all fine. And I think it was that started off giving me the confidence to then move on to then not confront my boss, because it wasn't really like that, but just to be able to have a voice, basically. So then I started thinking about that filing cabinet, about the girls, and I realised it wasn't just, I mean, obviously it was about the girls and the group, and I'm saying it, sorry, about you guys and all the people who've helped me sitting on top of a filing cabinet. And I thought, I've been sitting on there as well. And I realised, gosh, it's about all these people who have helped me and have wanted to help me, and about the fact that I've been able to help myself.
Did it help you making these images?
Yes, it is helpful, and again, because I would find it quite hard, words a picture paints 1,000 words, isn't it? You know, so even if I did some colour or, I don't know, anything at all, when I went through the pictures, you realise how powerful they can be. Far more powerful, to say, than writing that. I could never do it justice writing the words. I mean, I've been through the pictures and I'm going to keep them.